So, सबसे पहले छत्रपति शिवाजी की जय. I say so because I am in Maharashtra, Mumbai, and I am so proud of Jai Devang Jimulia. See, I had to learn his title, Jimulia. Jai Devang Jimulia, AIR-1 CA Intermediate November 23 examinations. Okay, he is a jewel in the making. It's just started to shine. And I'm really proud of him and great expectations built in. Okay, अगले को प्रेशर दे रहे हैं. तो मुंबई आया हूँ जय से, जय की फैमिली से मिलने. जय के फादर भी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है, ही इज सिटिंग बाय द साइड. जय की मॉम भी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है. Okay, he has an elder brother who is in computer science. So a commerce plus and computer science oriented family. These are the initial introductions. I will conduct an interview with Jay wherein हम लोग ये जानना चाहेंगे कि CA इंटरमीडिएट में जय ने कैसे प्रेपरेशन किया, फाउंडेशन से इंटरमीडिएट का जर्नी कितना इजी, डिफ़िकल्ट, मीडियोकर क्या था. उनको पता था क्या उनका रैंक आएगा, और अगर ये पता था तो पता था क्या कि रैंक विद इन 10 आएगा या AIR-1 आएगा. कौन से सब्जेक्ट उनके फेवरेट है, उनका पर्सनल लाइफ को देखने का नज़रिया क्या है, व्हाट डज ही डू, व्हाट स्पोर्ट्स, और हाउ डज ही स्पेंड हिज टाइम व्हेन द प्रेशर्स ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशंस आर नॉट देयर, एंड many थिंग्स. आई एम 100% श्योर, मे बी इफ अलाउड 1000% श्योर, आप लोग जो भी CA इंटरमीडिएट देने वाले हो एग्जामिनेशन फ्यूचर में, अगर आपके पास 15-20 मिनट है और इस इंटरव्यू को फॉलो कर सको, जय को फॉलो कर सको, तो इन दैट केस आपको कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा मिलेगा जो आपको वो मिसिंग इंग्रेडिएंट दे देगा. ओके, जो आपको लगता है ना मैं क्या करूँ, कैसे पढूँ, तो आई थिंक उस चीज़ पे मेरा पूरा फोकस रहने वाला है, एंड ऑन नथिंग एल्स. ठीक है. सो जय, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि आप बहुत ज़्यादा इंट्रोवर्ट हो. इज इट ट्रू?
It is sort of true, but after the IT soft skills training, I think I have become much more open then.
Okay, so is it the fact that अभी अपने like इस environment में बैठे हैं जहाँ पे okay somebody whom you have seen in 200 hours of lectures आपके बगल में है और ये इंटरव्यू हो रहा है, तो you are feeling a little bit, होता है ना stage fever या tension?
Not so much after meeting you, because initially I was slightly fearful, or timid sort of, but now no more. I don't think so.
Okay, perfect. Jay, tell me something that ये जो foundation से intermediate, the quantum leap that we call foundation to intermediate, do you think I am hyping the same? It's not a quantum leap, sir. Like, what is your view? Foundation में we have some subjects जो कि शायद 11-12 से common है. Intermediate में what happens? Why do so many people struggle in intermediate? दोनों ग्रुप निकालने में, एक बार में एक ग्रुप, दो ग्रुप का टेंशन. How did you take it? What guidance you had? Everything regarding your inter preparation.
Okay, so firstly there is a huge jump. There is no doubt about it. It's not a joke, intermediate, because foundation में there are only 4 subjects. 4 subjects है जो very linked to 12th standard, from accounts, mathematics. पर जब intermediate होता है तो उसमें there is like taxation, audit, costing. All of them are new subjects. They are huge also in size. तो इसलिए financial management भी नया subject है वैसे तो definitely the difficulty level increases, plus the size is also much bigger. So intermediate, why many people struggle, I think firstly their approach is wrong. कि whenever they look at the subject, they want to see how many marks is it going to come in the exam for. Like ये 4 से 5 मार्क के लिए आने वाला है या 10-12 मार्क के लिए आने वाला है. So personally I don't like that at all, that super exam oriented approach. Firstly, when you are learning the subject for the first time, think about when you learned something like English literature. तब हमारे व्यू पॉइंट थोड़ी था कि हम एग्जाम के लिए लिख रहे हैं. तो सिमिलरली वो हियर ऑल द सब्जेक्ट्स आर न्यू. तो you should focus on why something was developed, how the formula came. Like for Volter model or dividend policy, I went into a research paper और double perpetuity का formula आता है ना, तो उसके लिए double geometric progression infinite series होता है. तो I researched that.
Some people ask, आजकल कोई पूछता नहीं है, but otherwise some people ask me कि सर D plus E minus D into R by RE फिर द होल डिवाइडेड बाय आर क्यों होता है, ठीक है, ज्यादातर लोग पूछते ही नहीं है, सोचते भी नहीं है। हाँ, तो तुमने जो डबल परपेचुइटी बोला एकदम सही बोला, हम लोग भी क्यों बोले, बिकॉज वो लोग फाउंडेशन में मैथ से इतना ज्यादा दे आर लाइक टेरिफाइड, एंड इंटर में इफ वी ट्राई टू टच अपॉन डबल इनफाइनाइट जीपी सीरीज, ओके, दे डोंट गेट इट। प्लीज कंटिन्यू।
यस, सो अगेन, सो मेनी पीपल आर जस्ट फोकस कि एग्जाम में ये सब आने नहीं वाला, काम नहीं आने वाला, तो वाई शुड वी डू इट, पर इनफैक्ट इट एनहांसेस योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग सो मच कि in the exam, even if you don't remember the exact formula, you can just develop it in your own words, your own notation in 10 seconds, or it doesn't take much time also in the exam. So in our exam, I think the Lintner's model had come. Okay, for the first time in like last 4-5 attempts, and on the last day I had not revised it, but the way you had explained it कि वो adjustment factor को adjust करके dividend should be stable, so definitely that understanding helped me to just find out the formula from the target EPS was target dividend payout ratio according to that. So firstly, that approach is definitely wrong. I think everybody is only bothered about the exam. Secondly, I think that it's a lack of practice maybe, because what many people do in the pen drive classes, they just watch it, they just listen to it, they don't make their own running notes or try to think about the answer by themselves. So like when I was doing your classes, whenever any, for example, capital budgeting का sum था, तो उसमें I would try to solve it by myself first. Okay, think about it कि अगर कुछ गलत आए तो आने दो ना, एग्जाम में गलत नहीं आना चाहिए। तो वो आई डिड कि आई यूज्ड टू मेक रनिंग नोट्स, और उसके बाद व्हेनेवर वी यूज्ड टू स्टार्ट अ सम, आई यूज्ड टू ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट बाय माय सेल्फ, एंड देन व्हेनेवर आई यूज्ड टू क्रॉस चेक इट विद योर एक्सप्लेनेशंस। या
सो यहाँ पे आई थिंक देयर वर 2 takeaways, very important takeaways, but मतलब they are so thematic in nature that I think many people will not take it in spite of repeated thing. What he mentioned was the love for the subjects, कि कॉस्ट एक नया सब्जेक्ट है, वो है ही क्यों, अगर फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट नया सब्जेक्ट है वो है क्यों, ओके, तो उस माने वो जो इंटरेस्ट है ना, माने यू आर लाइकिंग, यू आर लविंग टू स्टडी द स्टफ, वो जो इंटरेस्ट और लव है वो आता नहीं है। मेरे को लगता है वैसे जय माने दैट सुपर फास्ट एंड ये जो तरीका हो गया ना कि जहाँ पे टीचर्स ऑल्सो दे हैव डिस्काउंटेड द फैक्ट दैट स्टूडेंट को जो है कमती चाहिए, उसको फास्ट चाहिए, उसको शॉर्ट चाहिए, उसको 5 मिनट्स में चाहिए, एंड देयरफॉर दे ऑल्सो टेंड टू स्पीक दैट वे कि ये वाला चैप्टर ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसको ऐसे करो, 4 फॉर्मूला कर लो, बस हो गया। तो दिस अप्रोच is many a times teachers are also forced to adopt, but I think that approach is not good, क्योंकि एक चीज़ तो मैंने देखा अपने लाइफ में कि जो भी चीज़ अपने पढ़ रहे हैं वो एग्ज़ाम में तो काम आएगा ही खैर, और रियल लाइफ में उससे कितना टाइम्स काम आएगा इसका कोई लिमिट नहीं है, बट people are not having that long term vision. Exactly. So that's very good to hear. And the second point that you said towards the end, that was regarding
writing practice.
हाँ, that was regarding, in fact you said writing practice, मैं उसको कुछ और बोलूँगा, not following blindly, कि कोई person बताते जा रहे हैं, सुनते जा रहे हैं। I think retention happens only when you are actively involved. ओके, आई थिंक जब क्लास ट्यूशन्स होते थे ना या फिर घर पे ट्यूशन्स वगैरह, तो उस पर एक इंटरैक्टिव डिस्कशन होता था, व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस, ये ऐसा है, क्या लगता है आप लोग को, तो वहाँ पे बंदा भी सोचता था। पर आजकल पेन ड्राइव क्लासेस वगैरह में क्या होता है, इट्स जस्ट अ वन वे ट्रैफिक गोइंग ऑन, एब्जॉर्ब 1.5 2 का स्पीड एंड ऑल दैट, या दैट्स किलिंग द स्टफ। तो आई थिंक पेन ड्राइव क्लासेस आर गुड बिकॉज इट प्रोवाइड्स फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, यू कैन पॉज, यू कैन कस्टमाइज द क्लास एज पर यू, बट यू हैव टू डू दैट, यू हैव टू थिंक दैट मैं इसको कैसे यूज करूँ जिससे मैं इसको गाड़ी को चलाऊं। The example which I gave,
the leader, not the follower.
मैं बार I tend to say that you drive the car, okay, you just don't sit in the back seat, the teacher is driving the car, you will never reach the destination.
Exactly.
So that's very well said. Tell me something, Jay, that in CA Foundation, okay, how many marks you got?
Oh, okay. So I scored 378 out of 400.
378 out of 400. Okay.
Yes. And like I had scored 100 out of 100 in mathematics and statistics paper, and 99 out of 100 in the economics.
Okay. Accounts
95 and law 84. So.
Okay. So it's good to communicate that, because जो लोग भी CA इंटर प्रिपेयर कर रहे होंगे उनको अपना CA फाउंडेशन याद आएगा, ठीक है। You know, the way you speak also, it's like more, it's many times seems that a science student is speaking, okay, as in the fastness, the robotic nature, ठीक है, not that you don't have emotions, I know strongly emotions built up है, so I think mathematically you are very very strong, okay, and if you are combining that with a lot of that narrative part,
Yes,
as in the
definitely.
story building part. So it will help you a lot. I spoke to Jay on the day the results came out, the next day. And I remember, Jay, you spoke about Ashwath Damodaran.
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
please comment
Oh,
upon it, because normally CA inter student इतना follow करेगा मेरे को, ठीक है? In the sense that I am a great fan of Ashwath Damodaran. I think there's no second like created up till now by God. So how did he come to follow? Because I just want to know, please.
Okay, so the first time I heard about Ashwath Damodaran, it was in a YouTube interview with Rajan Kabra. I think you had mentioned his name. So definitely I was interested ki what exactly does he do. So he's a corporate finance teacher at New York University, and he has put a free YouTube playlist for corporate finance valuations and investment philosophies, I think. Yes, so whenever I had any doubt as such, I would refer his videos, but in general later on I started liking it so much कि on my own, like even October में exam, मतलब November में exam था, तो October में also I used to refer the videos in my free time, मतलब जो भी
that is what hobby is. होता है ना, किसी का for example suppose hobby है कि यार मैं टेनिस खेलने जाता हूँ, ठीक है, लॉन टेनिस, तो it just provides me that energy. So I think that hobby becomes when you start loving the stuff. You know, Ashwath Damodaran का dividend policy का lecture I listened sometimes in 2022 के end में, and ये बंदे ने जो बोला dividend policy के ऊपर, मैंने I used to hate the chapter कि कितना boring chapter, because अपने लिए क्या था, sums वो भी गलती किया हुआ है, P ratio का inverse कर दो RE हो जाएगा कुछ भी, and the way he spoke about the fact that dividend जो है, ठीक है, that is more of a marriage. Okay, जो commitment वाली, and he said जो buyback of shares है, that's more of a so called affair, कर लिए तो कर लिए वैसा वाला, मतलब commitment नहीं है. मतलब डिविडेंड पॉलिसी का अगर आपने सुना है या आपको टाइम मिलेगा तो आप सुनना, ब्रिलियंट. इवन द शॉर्टर वन जो उनका समराइज्ड लेक्चर है. सो कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस तो बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग लिंक है सीए इंटरमीडिएट में. कैपिटल बजटिंग, डिविडेंड पॉलिसी, कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल, कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर, ऑल दैट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस सीए इंटर में. और वो अश्वथ दामोदरन का कवर्ड है. नॉट डेट हम लोग ये दामोदरन का इंटरव्यू कर रहे हैं,
but there was one video on adjusted present value also. मतलब there was just an illustration ICA material in capital budgeting chapter, adjusted present value, पर actually वो तो capital structure वो सब financing decision का question है ना. So when I referred this video, I found out कि when you find out that expected cost of bankruptcy, then the interest tax shield का tax benefit of debt. So over there he explained in such a beautiful way कि you find it out at different debt equity ratios levels. So and then you find out where the value of the firm is maximum.
Correct.
All that is not mentioned in the ICA material, and there's directly an illustration on that. So again, how do you understand yourself? Matlab, then when I referred it, much better it was, like in understanding perspective.
Okay, wonderful. You know, CA inter students who are watching this video, they would be thinking that यार subjects तो complete होते ही नहीं और ये बंदा अश्वथ दामोदरन को सुनने के लिए बोल रहा है. तो you know, that's the main point. ह्यूमन बींग्स इतने टाइप के होते हैं और इतना ज़्यादा उनका इंटरेस्ट डाइवर्सिफाइड और वेरी करता है कि एवरीबडी हैज़ टू पिक अप देयर ओन इंटरेस्ट. एज टू व्हाई आर वी ज्वाइनिंग सीए एट द एंड ऑफ द डे? वी आर ज्वाइनिंग सीए इन ऑर्डर टू बी अ स्पेशलिस्ट इन ऑल एरियाज. ठीक है, जब फाइनल में जाएंगे तो आई थिंक that interest has to be there, that passion has to be there. Tell me something, इतना passion जो आपका समझ में आ रहा है मेरे को, because the way you are talking so deeply regarding the topics, is it equally maintained in the other subjects as in accounts, tax वगैरह, to be very fair with you, or is it special interest FM में आया?
FM तो it is my favorite, so personal favorite. Because of the way you teach also, but because of the chapters and the subject का nature, because it's so decision making involved, there is no memorization as such if you understand everything. So like accounts में there is accounting standards, taxation में there are so many rules, मतलब limits की line है. तो even corporate law is my least favorite subject in fact, क्योंकि इतने सारे days limits और वो सब. So personally I do not like that so much. Corporate finance is obviously a special subject for me, but other subjects also, like indirect taxes, much more understanding based, reasoning based. So indirect taxes is good, and others also like.
Okay, so FM becomes your favorite.
Yeah, it is my favorite.
Not definitely. Because you're sitting with me.
No.
Okay,
never.
okay. Tell me something. Like if I look at myself, I look at myself as a person who is made up of primarily two things. Number one, economics. Number two, statistics. Then when we come to FM and all that, they are applications, offshoots. Statistics, economics is there, and then FM हो चाहे जो भी हो, they become offshoots out of it. तो economics for finance जिस तरह से दिया हुआ था CA intermediate में, and the coverage, what you found, how did you take it?
Oh, okay. So economics for finance is basically macroeconomics, right? So there's fiscal policy, monetary policy, fiscal function of the government, exchange rates. So all of them also you can link it to real life applications. So like recently, I think the US Fed Reserve increased the interest rates, and that's why people are moving over there US में. So again, all those real life incidents you can link it to the economics or finance what we get at CA inter level. So definitely it's much more real life oriented than the microeconomics what we study in CA foundation. Definitely I found many real life applications as well for that.
Yeah, but now they have shifted economics to CA foundation.
Yes, a new course.
Yeah, वहाँ पे shift कर दिया, यहाँ पे number of subjects कम हो गए. चलो good. Personal level पे how do you maintain your health apart from mom का जो एकदम guided है कि क्या खाना है क्या नहीं खाना है and all that. So how do you maintain your health?
Oh, okay. So especially I never used to do anything. So it was just maybe I would go out for a walk. Maybe that's it. Yeah. Okay. Nothing special. Yeah.
No sports and all.
No sports. No.
No. Okay. Friend circle कितना मतलब broad है या कितना deep है?
Oh, okay. So
what would you say?
Friend circle. I think the type of friends you have is very important. The company which you keep. So personally, I like those type of friends who have that good analytical skills, the good motivation, the good intellect. Okay. So it's not necessarily every friend has to be equal or better than you, but definitely the friend circle matter. So in like 10th standard, I had 2 or 3 friends who were really motivated, who were driven. So I like their company a lot, and it pushed me further as well. So if you keep such type of quality friends, it will definitely help you a lot. Right now, though, it's quite narrow, the friend circle, because again, it was a pen drive mode. But apart from that, also, I could not find anybody who was so driven, so motivated for the
So you took all the classes in the pen drive mode?
Yes, all the classes. I taken classes for 5 subjects. So and the 3 subjects I did self-study. For the
Which 3 subjects you self-studied?
The paper 1 accounting, फिर paper 2 corporate law, or paper 7 EISSM.
Okay, so these are 3 subjects you studied by yourself?
Yeah, from the ICA module.
Okay, and the other 5 subjects ka classes you did pen drive?
Pen drive mode.
Yeah. Okay, so pen drive mode mein you would say you prefer the pen drive mode?
Yes, I do. Again, I have told that in previous interviews as well, that in pen drive mode you can pause, you can think over the question, you can brainstorm. पर जो ऑफलाइन मोड में जो रश करते हैं ना, आई डोंट लाइक दैट एट ऑल कि दे जस्ट स्पून फीड यू द आंसर्स फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम. यू आर जस्ट फॉलोइंग एंड एक्सेप्टिंग सो मच इन्फॉर्मेशन कि यू डोंट हैव एनी टाइम टू थिंक अबाउट द आंसर एज वेल. इट्स लाइक आंसर और द टॉपिक इन जनरल कि ये फॉर्मूला क्यों डिराइव हुआ, क्यों ऐसे, व्हाई वाज दिस ट्रीटमेंट अप्लाइड. सो अगेन इन दैट सेंस आल्सो आई प्रेफर पेन ड्राइव मोड बिकॉज यू कैन पॉज एंड
आई डू अंडरस्टैंड. कभी कभी टीचर गिवन द लिमिटेशंस ऑफ आवर्स, ऐसा हो सकता है कि अगर वो बहुत ज़्यादा डाइवर्ट होकर प्रूफ वगैरह करने चाहेगा तो दैट मे नॉट बी अप्रिशिएटेड. बट कम से कम pen drive mode mein you have the thing that मेरे को जानना है, so let me research, and that's the best part, no?
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah, what's your social media time consumption, or you out of it, social media?
Oh, okay, so social media, I'm not on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter जो X है अभी तक, तो I don't use that. I'm not signed in as well. So, but I use WhatsApp, Telegram, and LinkedIn. पर उसमें तो it was more or less about the updates, CA related updates, college updates, वो सब. So इतना ज़्यादा user तो था नहीं, heavy नहीं.
So apart from academics, like ठीक है, अश्वथ दामोदरन को आपको follow करना अच्छा लगता है, but are you reading some books, or you have been reading some books in your CA interface which are off track, not related to studies?
Yes, so in the middle part, I used to read detective novels, mystery novels. So again, after I studied audit, तो उसके बाद तो I could guess the criminal is very easily. So definitely, I had kept some side hobbies as well. So I play the piano also.
Oh,
so yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's the artistic part of the personality. Now, when you move into your journey of CA final, okay, and you know that CA intermediate में all the subjects that we come into, costing or DT or FM, they are like an introduction. You are introduced to the subject. And CA final में we always talk about the fact that there should be specialist knowledge. And even though the exams may require some specialist knowledge, आपका barrier तो बहुत high होना चाहिए कि. So how do you think, have you started your preparation, और आप कैसे सोच रहे हो CA final को approach करने का?
Okay, so फाइनल is often obviously definitely much bigger than intermediate. You need that deep level of understanding. जैसे intermediate FM तो बहुत introductory part है, जो main है portfolio management valuations वो सब इतना detail में है ही नहीं. तो again I'm planning to start final के preparations early, like before articleship only I started reading those self-paced modules जो आए हैं.
Okay.
So everybody should start I think early, because फिर 6 months I think we should keep for revision and self-study.
Abhi I had interview sessions with AIR-1, AIR-3 in Jaipur with CA final rank holders. They all started after intermediate with SFM. उनके time पे SFM था, and then moved into FR. Okay. So have you decided upon some way in which you will approach the subjects?
Okay, so firstly, so I'm planning to start with the theory subjects, because I need more time to read, understand and evaluate the whole subject as such. And then I'm planning to do AFM, SFM classes. उसके बाद FR.
Okay. Tell me something. Your final will fall due when?
It will fall due in November 2026.
November 2026.
Yes.
Now, on the day we spoke over phone, we also touched upon the fact that finance में इतना interest आ रहा है, and given that we have to admit that CA में जो curriculum है वो more sums oriented है, okay, it doesn't take us to the analytical levels, so therefore CFA का program is called for, and then you had some doubts regarding whether coping up with the same would be, so what have you thought about it?
So till now what I've planned is that I will pursue CFA after qualifying CA. If I get the time, then I might think about it. But again, I'm thinking to join a Big Four for articleship. So after that, if I get the time, I might start with the preparation of level 1.
Okay.
Otherwise,
so the way is that you start your articleship, you experience the life with articleship and together with your theory subjects or whatever, say for 3-6 months. Okay, you get to understand how much pressure is required, what time you are getting off or not, and then you take a call whether I can parallelly maybe push in one level of CFA before CA final. Correct? Or and if you feel that no, वो possible नहीं हो पा रहा है, then obviously we relegate it after CA.
Because I don't want to rush with this.
Correct.
Again, it's for the love of the subject.
Yeah. You shouldn't rush at all.
Exactly.
So I think that thing is correct कि आप पहले CA का जो articleship and all start कर दो and start some preparation, experience the flow, how much pressure is there, and then decide upon it. Correct. ये जो रिजल्ट में जब अनाउंस होता है ना कि AIR-1 इनका आया, AIR-2 इनका आया, और फ़ोन नंबर्स भी वहाँ लिखे रहते हैं, पर आई वॉज सरप्राइज, आई नेवर नोटेड, मैं ये सब माइन्यूशियस पे ध्यान नहीं देता हूँ, पर द फैक्ट दैट वहाँ फ़ोन नंबर भी लिखा रहता है, now that is like making the entire thing public.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then there will be a horde of phone calls and messages and all that coming, and the number perhaps has to be changed.
That's what we are also considering.
Yeah.
Phone number change कर देते हैं, इतने सारे calls manage नहीं कर पाएंगे.
मेरे को नहीं लगता है that's the correct policy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Frankly speaking, because how can you publicly announce somebody's number?
Phone number. Right?
Yeah, I think that is not taken. So a lot of messages must be coming to you.
Of course, so many calls are coming. Like I'm not being able to pick up all the calls also. So
yeah,
how can I reply to everybody? So
yeah, the same thing happens, as a teacher. I've experienced this a lot. Even though अगर मन करता है ना कि यार कोई स्टूडेंट को बात करने से उसको कंफर्ट आ जाएगा, because it's not only the technical part, it's also the emotional part. But कितने जन से कब तक बात करें? There's a limit ना.
Yeah, there's a limit.
Yeah, but it is taken otherwise by the student community कि नहीं क्यों नहीं बात कर रहे हैं, देखो मेरा इतना terrible situation, but it's not human to speak.
Not possible.
Yeah, if you would have been in that condition like you are now, you will not be able to speak.
Definitely. So it is not possible to reply to everybody.
Correct. Anyways, so I think if CA Institute को कोई ये वाला feedback दे कि I think the numbers of students should not be made public that way. In fact, मैं तो ये believe करता हूँ कि रैंकिंग सिस्टम भी जो है वो इस तरह से नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो जाता है मार्क्स वाइज. ग्रेड वाइज बेटर था जैसे इंटरनेशनल बोर्ड में. हाउएवर एक चीज़ देखा है अपनी कंट्री में, ये जो पर्सनालिटी को वर्शिप करने का एक टेंडेंसी है ना, पर्सनालिटी वर्शिपर्स अपने कंट्री में, क्या बाहर भी इलॉन मस्क को लोग वर्शिप ही कर रहे हैं. सो बिकॉज ऑफ विच क्या होता है, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल सम पीपल when they look at you, they look at AIR-1 or final, they get a self-motivation, मेरे को भी वहाँ पहुँचना है. To that extent, I think it is good when we take it from a motivation point of view. But otherwise, I think जो जैसे CFA में हम लोग के है,
90
देयर इज नो
plus
मार्क्स
percent,
नथिंग दैट वे, कोई फर्स्ट रैंक सेकंड रैंक नहीं है, ठीक है, तो जो अपना कैलिबर रियल लाइफ में दिखाएंगे, या दैट वे
It's based on the skill what you have ultimately, what you have in the real life deliverables. So that
Correct,
matters much
correct.
more. Yeah.
तो let it be known that all this interview and the felicitation, उसका I think side purpose is one and only one, that in case it motivates a lot of people that यार ये ऐसे सोचता है, मैं क्यों नहीं, और या फिर हो सकता है आप में से भी कई जन लव ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट में जाते होंगे, बट देन आपको रियल लाइफ में ये बाकी फ्रेंड सर्कल और ये सिखाता होगा, पागल हो गया है क्या, एग्जाम देना है क्या, ठीक है, तो धरती पे आ जा, आकाश में मत रहे, ठीक है, ये सब डायलॉग आती है। बिकॉज मेरे को याद है मेरे टाइम पे डायलॉग्स आते थे कि यार तेरे को एग्जाम देना है ना, मैंने आई टुक क्लास 11-12, आई वाज इन द वेस्ट बंगाल बोर्ड, लाइक यू आर इन द महाराष्ट्र बोर्ड, सो इन द वेस्ट बंगाल बोर्ड देयर वाज टू मच ऑफ मगिंग, define business, 20 marks. How do I define business? Henry Fayol said this, he said that, he said that. We keep on learning. Exactly. And then if we want to write our own draw flow chart, नहीं मत करना, वो लोग accept नहीं करेंगे. God knows. Okay. Any passing message that you would, first of all, आपका जो सक्सेस है वो 100% attributed to your family. There's no doubt about it. आपके मदर का, फादर का contribution. उसके अलावा कोई जैसे आइडल्स होते हैं ना, जिनको आप प्रिंसिपली अपने लाइफ में मानते हो, ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ है कि मैंने कोई पर्सनालिटी को आप फॉलो करते हो एंड यू टेक दैट पर्सन एज एन आइडल एंड इट पुशेस यू फॉलो दैट पर्सन्स वीडियो, समथिंग लाइक दैट, क्या ऐसा करते हो?
Okay, so firstly, तो I don't believe in hero worshipping or anything.
Okay.
Definitely. So I can admire the work that people do, but not the people themselves. So,
Beautiful.
Okay, so that is what I believe in. But if you tell me who I would admire as a person in terms of the CA part, I would say that Akshat Goel is there, who had scored 740 out of 800. So I just said that as a benchmark. Try करके देखो, take it as a challenge वैसे. So otherwise, I don't keep any hero worship.
Correct.
Idols.
मैंने you said it so beautifully कि admire the work that the person does rather than blindly following the person. Okay.
Yeah.
So क्या होगा ना, somebody who meets you and he doesn't get close to you, he may underestimate, okay, the clarity of thought that you have regarding many things. I really wish कि आप ये clarity maintain करो, and the blessings of your parents are there with you, of course हम लोग का भी, and I'm more or less 100% sure that we are going to meet in 2027 when your final results will come out, and there I think आपके अभी के maturity में, जो कि बहुत deep है, और उस समय के maturity में और भी ज़्यादा एक अलग personality होगा. I would love to see that. ठीक है, plus we will be connected. ठीक है, so God bless you. You have made us all proud, and I am not remembering, AIR-1 CA इंटर का मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा है इंटरेक्शन पास्ट का. 99 एक जन ने लाया था 100 में से,
शिवम.
या शिवम. How much you got in FM EFF, by the way?
86. Like it is decent, but not that great as well. So
Okay, where do you think you lost the marks?
I don't know any specific place. Maybe in economics, I think they cut some marks in theory. I don't know.
Okay. चलो कोई बात नहीं है. Marks are just marks. What matters is that you really got into the stuff. Correct. I would, as a passerby, tell you to keep on following Damodaran. 100% आप definitely follow कीजिए. And also you should be completely updated with the economy, because दामोदरन को फॉलो करके इकोनॉमी का अपडेट्स मिलेगा नहीं. तो इकोनॉमी का अपडेट्स का एक टारगेट बने रखो कि मेरे को रहना ही है अपडेट्स. इट्स लाइक अ हॉबी, सो दैट वे यू आर ऑलवेज प्रेजेंटेबल to any people, and you got to have your own perspective regarding things which are happening.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the thing which is lacking in CA Inter. They don't ask your own perspective, your own approach, or your thinking about the subject. So definitely it is very beneficial to keep the track of what's going on.
Correct. Perfect. चलो, जैसे ये जो है ना मॉर्गन स्टैनली के रिदम देसाई, मॉर्गन स्टैनली, I listen to him when he comes out with concrete things. He speaks very beautifully. But the clarity is very high. Do listen sometimes.
I'll follow him.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for today from our side, and all the very best to all of you listeners who are following us. एंड आप रिपीट करके कुछ कुछ पोर्शन सुन सकते हो, बिकॉज आई थॉट दैट सम ऑफ द वर्ड्स दैट ही स्पीक्स अ लिटिल बिट फास्टर. Okay, like financial management, he speaks like financial management. Okay, so you may have to, like, I think, listen to one or two portions again to really get the gist out of what he meant. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
Congratulations. Glad to meet you.
Thank you so much.
ठीक है,
Yeah.
you have made us proud. Thank you.
Thank you.